Just be patient. Your time will come. You just have to be patient.
Don't you think it's a bit too hot to be traveling today?
Speak for yourself.
Ha! I suppose you're right. So what are you doing out here anyway?
I'm waiting.
Ah, waiting. Of course. For what?
I'm waiting for somebody.
Out here? I don't think there's anyone else out here. You might be waiting for a while.
I probably will be. What brings you out here?
Well, it's a long story. I'm just trying to get back to town. You mind if I sit here and rest for a bit?
Not at all.
So, who are you waiting for?
The Destroyer.
Whoa! The Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bit odd, but I'll bite. Do you mind telling me a bit more about this Destroyer fellow?
He comes to end all things.
That's a mouthful. What do you mean by him ending all things?
I mean just that. He comes to put an end to everything. He embodies all that is destruction.
And just how are you going to know when this Destroyer is coming? Or even what they're going to look like?
He will come on the 17th hour of the 7th day of the 7th pass of the sun over its place of creation.
Come again?
He's supposed to come at 5 o'clock today.
Now why didn't you just say that in the first place?
The other way came more naturally. It was the way I learned it. Stay calm. Stay focused. This has to work.
You know, not to insult you or anything, but why are you so sure that this Destroyer is coming today?
My father told me, just as his father told him, and his father told him, and so on. Our family has been waiting a long time for this day.
I didn't think anyone was still alive who knew that tale. I figured they would have passed ages ago.
Lure him in. Father always said he would be vain. Just keep him talking.
Well, back to what I was saying earlier. How do you know what this person's supposed to look like? I mean, how do you know that I'm not the Destroyer?
Well, that's the problem. I asked my father the same question. He told me he didn't know what the Destroyer would look like. He only said that I would know him when he comes. You are not him.
How can you be so sure?
Bait him. Lure him in. The key to victory is deception. You don't give off this, "I'm here to destroy the entire universe" kind of vibe. You just seem a bit lost. Besides, I'm expecting some fireballs or lightning or something unmistakable when he comes. And anyway, he's supposed to come from the west. You came from the south.
I guess they didn't get everything right. I wonder what other odd things they've been saying about me. You've got me all curious now. So how does this thing destroy so much?
Well, he doesn't exactly destroy everything. At least not to start with. You see, he consumes anything and everything. Each thing that he consumes makes his power grow exponentially. The Destroyer starts small, eating microbes and absorbing light. Then he moves on to animals, then people. After a little while, he'll be swallowing whole towns and patches of earth, then planets, then stars. Then he begins to tear through the planes of existence. Once everything has been eaten, and there's nothing left, the Destroyer no longer has anything left to destroy. Since he is the embodiment of destruction, and there won't be anything left to destroy, he will simply cease to exist. Not even the concept of nothingness will be spared.
Well, that sounds about right. If this entity is so bad, then why are you waiting on him? I mean, shouldn't you be running away or praying or something?
You've got to see it. You have to make him believe that you believe it. I'm going to stop him before he starts. When the Destroyer comes, I'm going to kill him.
Well now, that sounds like one hell of a task. And just how do you plan on doing that?
With this gun. I know you see the bait. Just bite.
What makes you think a gun would hurt a thing like the Destroyer?
Just like Father said, You have to lie so well that you want to believe it yourself. Well, I told you he starts out small. He also starts out weak. Perhaps scary, and perhaps still powerful, but not unstoppable. It's a small gun, but it carries a special payload. Before he passed, my father blessed these bullets and cursed them too. If the spell went right, then they should just be enough to destroy the destroyer. If only that were true, this would be a lot easier.
Magic. Those morons. I don't think there's enough magic on this world to hurt me. But those bullets... Oh, well, they could do the trick. Such wisdom there is in their foolishness.